Hello, this is your girl Michelle Hope Walker. Welcome to Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. So I want to speak about Hollywood. Hollywood. So much that is coming out here lately in relation to the media about Hollywood, how much people are getting paid and different things from all these hackings and stuff that has come through. A lot of information is coming out. They talked about information and discussed even the racism in Hollywood. And so I pray on that. I really do. I pray that executives in Hollywood will see that all lives matter. It's like what we're marching for now, that all lives matter. Everybody is important, and making sure that how much people get paid, that wealth is shared across the board, you know, and that they're not discriminating against gender or race, or any other reason, just being fair. I don't know why it seems like these days it's just, a challenge sometimes for people to just be fair. So, and especially that discrimination piece, and it's, and I was listening to one of the newspapers was like, well, I mean, it's well known, that Hollywood has a racial, challenge. And I was like, wow, so everybody knows it, but nobody's really addressing it. That's interesting. I think that's why people are constantly still marching now, because it's like, we've been knowing that these things go on for a long time, but now we got to do something about it. So I'm hoping that this prompts the move to, do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Because since I'm on jobs, you have people that, they're watching you and so focused on you because you're the person of color on the job. And everybody else is running around doing all kind of stuff, wrong, but they're not focused on them. They're just getting away with all kind of stuff. And as soon as the person of color do anything that even seem like it might be wrong, they're ready to address that, and just sometimes the more harshness that is on African Americans, and so, on the job and different things. So, that whole Hollywood thing that continue. I'm glad to see they're showing more films with African Americans in their natural. You see, like my hair it's our natural texture, our natural texture, because there's nothing wrong with us wearing all hairstyles. Of course, when you look at all my videos, I got all kind of different, hairstyles going on. But we shouldn't feel like or feel forced to have to wear our hair a certain way to be able to get accepted in Hollywood, So I'm glad to see that changing, that again, we can wear our hair many different ways and it's okay, And so that's all. I just wanted to put that out there. Hollywood, I'm praying for you. And when I say Hollywood, I'm talking about the executive, the power players, the ones that, putting out these movies, that's doing this music. Because we can put music as all that. That you're fair with all races. Certain races shouldn't be getting paid more than others. Certain genders shouldn't be getting paid more than others. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about, well, a lot of times Hollywood and just like that, it's about relationships, and we won't just focus on Hollywood and just the whole realm overall entertainment industry, because that springs out worldwide, that they're fair. They're fair. And, like I said, I heard them talking about this entertainment industry is really a lot about relationships. Well, true. So we want to be real with people. We don't want to be fake with people, and then talk about them behind their back meanly, to other people. Then we have to watch it. What goes on in the dark does come to light. I mean, it says that in the Bible, So, no, we're not perfect. And yes, all of us are going to say some things. They're like, I shouldn't say that, But I mean, we just want to continue to remind ourselves that we want to treat people right. We want to treat people fairly. We want to honor people. If we can just look more at honoring people and not putting people down, you know what I'm saying? And again, goes really back to the slogan, all lives matters. All lives matter. So all people are important. Respect all people, regardless of their income, their race, their gender, respecting all people. And so just asking that of the entertainment industry, because there's a lot of things that we say, oh, well, we know they do this. And yeah, we know they do that. But how long are we just going to know and not do anything about it? How long we just gonna know about all these discriminatory type practices and not, do anything in relation, about it? When I say do anything, I'm talking about, like lawsuits, or just, start really asking more questions about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I know for some it's like, well, I didn't have enough information to do lawsuit. Well, I mean, now it seems like lots of information is coming out, and I don't know, some people now can go back and do their lawsuits because they already knew maybe they were being discriminated against. They just didn't have the proof to prove it. But now it seems like a lot of proof is leaking out now. But and again, I mean, just stay prayed up. It's not like you want to sue everybody, but I mean. So a lot of the stuff that's come out, like for most people in the entertainment industry, oh, well, we sort of knew that. It's not totally surprised. But then again, when you actually have the hardcore evidence of confirming what you already figured, it's just still sort of hard to swallow. It's really like, wow. And this entertainment industry does not have to be a cutthroat industry. I mean, there is enough entertainment and jobs for everyone. It does not have to be so cutthroat. When I say cutthroat, it doesn't have to be so mean or negative. We can all be happy. We can all get along with each other. There's enough room for all of us. God gives each one of us a gift, and God will make room for our gift. God will make room for our gift. If we just continue to stay prayed up and do what God called and told us to do, He'll make room for it, And can't nobody stop what God got for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much they try to hate on you, no matter how much they try to, say negative things about you and stuff, they can't stop what God is going to do in your life. So I just encourage you all just to stay prayed up. Hollywood executives, I just stay praying for, because I know sometimes the choices are not always this, because you are always having to choose between one person or another for the part. And then you gotta, when you're contracting folks to do certain things, you always gotta pick, but I'm just saying, just try to let it be a rainbow. Just try to make it be fair, and when you're distributing out the income, make it be fair. One time, remember hearing them talk about how they appointed, I was at a conference, and they pointed out how with African American movies, if the movie is majority African Americans, they don't even give them, sometimes the studios don't even give them a budget for overseas or international budget. They just give them an American budget. But other movies that, are not majority of color movies, they give them an international. But I was like, well, that is unfair. And I'm not saying that every studio does this, but I mean, that was my first time even hearing it. But they just knew and had proof of that in a lot of the movies of actors of color, if it had a majority of actors of color in it, that they didn't even give them an international promotional budget. And it was like, wow, really? And again, this was a norm. People just say, well, yeah, that's just how they do. But it's like, again, that's why people are marching out. It's like we're tired of business as usual. These are unfair practices, and we need to speak out about them. We need to get lawsuits going on. I mean, people need to change their ways. We need to have more discussion about this. I mean, I really believe in the power of communication. Communication is powerful, So sometimes people say, well, I didn't know you felt like this, and so I didn't know. So once we talk and get it all out and work things out, then I just pray and bind that spirit that, they have all the information. They just don't want to, do what's right, And I mean, I don't think I could think on that one is just get an attorney and sue and try to gather your evidence, because there are just people that just don't want to treat other people right. That's hard for me to just think about, because I like seeing people happy, and so I like seeing, everybody be the best that they can be and helping people and encouraging people. So that's always hard for me, to even just think about that. There are people out there that are just mean, that just don't like people just because. It's like, wow. But anyway, so stay prayed up. Stay standing up, in Hollywood. Some of the other Hollywood execs and actors and, because we got everybody, stage people, studios, stand. If you see some injustice going on, stand up. Stand up. One time I was at a comedy show, one guy got to saying the N-word too much, and the guy was like, okay, wait a minute, that's racism, And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad you said it instead of me, But, so sometimes it just take that one person and say, you know what, this don't seem right. Something about this is just not right, So, and the person who was saying the N-word, it was, person that was not of color, and it was a person who was not of color that actually called him out on it. So I was like, okay, well, that's cool to see, them like call out something on each other, in support of people of color. So I thought that was like, wow, okay, we're moving right along. That's awesome. That shows how we are coming together as a society. And again, how all lives matter, because basically the guy was like, I may not be of that color, but at the same time, that's wrong what you're saying about them, and he spoke out about it. And so thank you, because all lives matter. Everybody matters. Hollywood, everybody matters. Open the door for everybody to be able to come in and help accomplish their goals and their dreams, and pay everyone what they're worth, and at least, in your calculations of the most that you can pay them, and help out and everything, and just be fair. That's all I'm saying. So different things that I heard about and through the media, I just want to say, just Michelle Hope Walker asking entertainment industry. I can't just limit it to Hollywood, because I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now with Sony, and a lot of stuff is coming out from that way, which affects a lot of all the rest of Hollywood and everywhere else. But it's not just Hollywood, it's New York, it's all around the world. I mean, the entertainment industry as a whole, I think, just between, like I said, the stuff with Cosby, and then between this right here with Sony, it's just stuff is just getting up, just that certain things that has sort of maybe been practices in the entertainment industry everybody knew about, but nobody never said nothing about. Now, again, with the Bill Cosby, I don't really know if he did it or not, but because, again, I do believe at times there's this group that they want to mess with your money. They'll come up with some stories to mess with your money. Because, like I said, Bill Cosby was about to do a TV show, and then he was touring, so he was making lots of money. And I think it's just so interesting on how all this, started coming to surface right when he was getting ready to do all these moves. First thing I thought about was who got mad at Bill. Because, we know about that in the entertainment industry, too, is that people pick who they want to play the game. If they don't want you to play the game, all of a sudden all this bad press and bad media comes out about you. I don't know. I don't know if that's maybe even going into play with the Sony thing. We really don't know, on what's what. But I know if we just pray for the entertainment industry as a whole, that'll help, with anything that isn't right in it. That we just encourage people to, to stand and do what's right. And do what's right. We would expect that out of any other industry. So I don't think we should let the entertainment industry get away with certain things like it's special and different, from other companies. They have to be fair and treat everyone right, just like all we expect from all other companies. Okay, this is your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. You can call me at 323-338-6580. 323-338-6580. And you can follow me on Twitter at Hope_Speaks. Hope_Speaks. Have a blessed day.